I can't. Another video, another time.
You want summer and after you want summer and after
Season 3, episode 1 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Episode opens up with Maurice holding a black business town hall meeting, and they're just getting together talking about business and black wealth and that kind of stuff. It apparently happened. It was during COVID and after the BLM movement. So that was a great scene. I felt like everybody knows Love and Marriage Huntsville. You're watching for the mess. Comes with the mess, honey. Comes with the mess. However, them opening up with that was good. So, okay, we got the little positive going, okay. So let's talk about the looks, the confessional look. So my favorite confessional look for season 3, episode 1 was Letitia. Like, regardless of her character flaw and she's a little dingy, a little slow, whatever, she's so beautiful. Her skin is beautiful. Her skin tone is beautiful. Her hair was perfect. Her lipstick shade was perfect. Her colors were perfect. Her confessional look was killing it. She looked so pretty and so beautiful. So kudos to her for that. Then the episode moves on to Letitia and Marceau. So Letitia's in the kitchen and she's just like, oh, COVID has me back, in my regular housewife duty, and Marceau's providing and I'm being the housewife, whatever. But she did disclose that she was in school, which I thought that was great. So she said she wanted the kids to help each other, to help her help all the other kids work together as a family, because she's back in school as well. So that's great. Her and Marceau in the kitchen talking, and he said he can't get a lot of work done or whatever because he doesn't have his assistant any longer, hinting that Letitia's no longer helping him. And he was like, well, I think I want a millennial. He said a millennial assistant or something like that, so a younger assistant. And Letitia was like, well, I think I want a Manny. And he was like, Manny? I ain't paying for another man to watch my kids. And then he said something like, if you strike, make sure you strike right or something, because it ain't getting no higher than this. What's like, what's he talking about? Woo, because Marceau looks like that little character. When he did that face and he was cracking up at his little joke and did that smirk, he looked just like that little character. But anyway, so after we did all that, and that was cool, episode moving along. And then it came to Melanie, and she's in Atlanta at her brother's house. So she was just talking about how her and Martell are going through the divorce. She filed. So she filed for the divorce, and they're deciding to do the kids 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So she's in Atlanta while he has the kids for 2 weeks in their marital home. And she was saying how she basically stayed throughout the whole marriage during the foolery because of her children, and she just didn't want them to go through that. So she just kept trying to make it work and kept trying to make it work, but eventually and just got tired. It's just not going to work, whatever. And she was crying, whatever. Oh, and her brother says something like, if you need help getting out the house or something like that, like, I don't have a problem going down there helping you. Like, he was with it. He was with the foolery, so he had her back for sure. And then what happened after that? And then okay, so yeah, after that, and then it went to Destiny, and Destiny looked amazing. Her hair looks good. She's so pretty. Like, I'm here for it. She actually fit in really good this season. Like, last season they just like threw her in there, and it was just, you can tell they just threw her in there. But this season she actually meshes well. She looks good. She's a full cast member. She looks good. Everything was working out. And Martell went to Destiny's house. Well, first of all, why are you visiting another woman without your wife, without her husband home? But anyway, he went over there on a smear campaign against Melanie, like, oh, we're getting a divorce. Like, she was doing the same thing in the marriage that I was doing, trying to imply she was having an affair. First of all, nobody believes Melanie was having an affair on you. She's not that kind of woman, and even if she did, that doesn't make what you did okay. And then he went over there, talking about that, and Destiny wasn't here for it. Like, no, you're not going to be, bashing my friend, whatever. So then the episode, that scene ends, whatever. The scene opens up with Marceau and Tisha in their lounge, and they were just talking about Black and how the progress was going, in their lounge or whatever. And then someone rolled up at the lounge. And who was that someone? Martell. So basically, he was in there trying to make amends and apologize for his part in the deterioration of their friendship and whatever was happening. So it was going smooth. Okay, he's gonna apologize, whatever, that I hurt y'all, whatever. Why? And then he's gonna say to them, I didn't know the things my wife was saying and doing to y'all. He went on this whole entire smear campaign, this whole episode, trying to get people to be mad, or I don't know what he was doing, trying to throw under the bus or something to make people be on his side or what. I don't know, but that's what he did. He went in there and blamed his wife. Apologized for his side. He wanted to make amends and throw his wife under the bus. Tisha wasn't having it. Shut that down. Of course, Marceau was, I guess, open to it because they were really friends. Okay, whatever. Then Mel was on her way home from Atlanta to visit her kids. She hadn't seen them in 2 weeks. And I guess it was kind of a little bit odd that on her way home, she hadn't seen her kid in 2 weeks. She decided to slide through, visit Destiny before going home and seeing her kid. First, I was like, girl, you're not going to go see your kids first. You haven't seen them in 2 weeks. But then just watching the episode and how she was talking, and she was just like, ugh, I just don't want to go to this house and deal with Martell. So it wasn't, the issue wasn't her seeing her kids first. It was her dealing with Martell and his foolery. So she said that their agreement was that, she's going over there. She's going to stay over there for 2 weeks. His stuff's going to be out the house. He's going to go and stay at their other house. Whatever. Got there. He did a whole 180 and was like, I haven't got myself out yet. And he was thinking more so the kids stay there and they rotate 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out. So the kids don't have a lot of changing up for them, moving from home to home, whatever. Which I understand what he was saying. I thought that was a good idea, not long term, but short term, especially until they get settled into what they're going to do with the marital home and who's staying where and who's moving out, whatever. But she wasn't having it at all. And then he said that you'll be hearing something from my attorney that I'm filing for full custody. Ugh, Martell, you just got done telling your mama that you need help and you want a nanny because it's so much to do, but you want full custody of these kids. He's basically gaslighting her. He's doing this to be vindictive because she don't want to be with him. And she went off like, no. If I was Mel, she should have been like, okay. After he said, I'm filing for full custody, she should have said, okay. And that's it. Because that's all he wants is a response from her. And she gives it to him every time. She got to learn how to respond to him. And that's by doing this. Okay.
It's July 2010.
So, and then after that, that was it. That was the end of the episode. But, I forgot. His mom did come over. And they were talking. And he had told his mom he was getting a divorce. And his mom was like, well, you should have thought about that before you was out there doing what you were doing. So that was episode 1. It wasn't giving too much of anything. Just enough mess. Just enough. And just enough to keep you watching because we already know what it is. But what I didn't understand was the gap. So we seen last season, at the end of last season, that Mel and Martell, they worked it out. They had the baby. Tisha, Marceau, they were fine, whatever. And then kind of opened up to them being separated. They left that huge gap, like it was just like it wasn't working. No, why wasn't it working? What was the final straw? What was the final straw? Just saying he wasn't coming home during enough. Like, no, I need the whole team. The whole team, nothing but the team.
His children put everything to him.
Ooh, okay. But that was the episode 1.